Let me start by saying this. Right now is the biggest opportunity that this generation has ever seen to make a full-time income online, whether that's through remote work, a career that way, or you're trying to run your own business. Right now is the biggest opportunity, and you have roughly 4 to 10 years to make that a reality before the mainstream catches up. If you want to know more about that opportunity, there's a link down below. Go ahead and fill out your information and receive that free video. But let's go ahead and jump into today's topic. One of the things that I think a lot of men don't understand is the fact that how much in control you are over your own life. And my blood has been boiling for the past, I don't know, 5 minutes or so, because I was doing a lot of reflecting. Now, some of you have been with this channel for a long time, and you remember when I did group coaching. It started off with one-on-one coaching, and then it went to group coaching. Well, as I was signing on clients for my group coaching, I talked to this one particular guy, and I'm going to leave his name out, but if he's still listening to this, he knows who he is. And the thing that really pissed me off about this guy was the fact that we had I want to say an hour, maybe 2 hour conversation. If you've ever did a one-on-one call with me, you know how my talks go. I like to break down everything and then figure out a plan for you to move forward, right? And so what we were doing was we were breaking down this guy's life. All my calls go the same way. It's the where are you at right now currently in your life. Then we figure out where it is that you want to be. Then we figure out an action plan that can take you from point A to point B. Then I pitch you on the community and we keep you disciplined and accountable, right? Very simple. But whenever we started reading his life, we started writing his life down. What I realized is he wanted to complain a lot more than he wanted to achieve results. And that's the thing that I've noticed when I was taking a lot of these calls is a lot of guys are so victim mentality. They are so caught up in their present that they're not focusing on the things that actually matter, which is the future and the actions that are going to take them where they want to be in the future. And so I just want to highlight some of the things that I remember from that conversation to see if it aligns with a lot of you guys who's listening to this right now. And if it does align with a lot of the things that you have right now, I highly, highly, highly suggest that you change now, because this mindset is absolutely disgusting and is going to make you a loser in the eyes of not only yourself, but in terms of society and everybody else. Okay, so let's just go ahead and dive right into this thing. First things first, and again, I'm just going to try to remove specifics here. He was at a dead-end job, okay? And by dead-end job, I mean there was no way for him to move up. There wasn't even a way for him to move down. It was just that job, and then that was it. There was no type of career ladder. He didn't even care to know what it would take for him to get a promotion or a career jump, a title jump. Right. And so I asked him, I said, do you want to be at this job forever? And he said, no. And I said, then why are you at this job in the first place if it's not something that's an end goal? He said, I just use it to pay my bills. I'm like, okay, no problem. You know, we all have to survive. So I said, what are we going to do? Like, what's the action plan in order for us to either switch jobs, get a career, or gain some skills with income potential? Right. And you know what he told me? He said, I haven't thought about that. I'm like, okay, well, I'm on the phone with you. Let's think about it right now. And it was just excuse after excuse after excuse of why we can't do it on the phone right now. Man, I would rather us just move on to the next topic. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. Tell me about your body. How is your body? Do you know your body fat percentage? And again, you don't have to be specific, but we all have a ballpark of where our body fat percentage is at. Body fat percentage, how much do you weigh? Right. And of course, the results that came back to me was he was fat. Let's just be honest. He was fat. And I was like, where do you want to be? He's like, well, I want to be fit. And I'm like, okay, great. So what are we doing right now? What are the actions that we're taking right now that's going to help you become fit? And guess what? More excuses. Well, you know, back in my past, I had it. And again, I hate when guys talk to me about their past. I don't give a fuck about your past, bro. And that's not me being, inconsiderate. It's because you called me because you want to get to a specific place in your future. You understand? So why are we talking about your past? Your past has no context to what we're doing in the future. Now, again, you may have something wrong with you, like, oh, because I have like thyroid problems or something that hinders my ability. That's medical. That's something completely different. But that's never what is on the phone being discussed when I'm talking to these guys like this. And again, I say guys like this, meaning there's more than one. I've talked to a lot of guys who have this same mentality. Okay. And so essentially what it was I'm not doing anything to get the result that I want. And so I kind of stopped in I was like, okay, do you see how we're coming up on a common theme here, a common pattern of you want things, but you're not willing to invest the time, attention, energy, dedication, consistency, wisdom, money in order to make it happen? He's like, yeah, I get that, but I mean, I just believe that I can make it happen. And that right there, that saying right there is the thing that set me off internally, bro. It boiled me to my core, because in what fantasy world do you believe in that all it takes is you getting on your hands and knees and believing that your life is going to change, and then it's going to change? It's never going to happen. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you're doing. If your actions do not align with what you want in the future, you're not going to get it. That's basic math. You understand? That's like saying, I want to get to 2, right? And I'm like, okay, well, what's the equation? I don't know the equation. I don't need the equation. I'll just believe that I'm going to get to 2. It doesn't make sense at all. And again, these aren't, when I talk like this, bro, I expect this from 15-year-olds. I expect this from 17-year-olds. Bro, I even expect this from like 21, 22-year-olds, right? But these are grown men in their 30s, bro, men in their 40s, bro, who are talking like this. And I'm like, it's like when I talk to men like this, that is what calmed me down on why a lot of women act the way that they do. Because, a lot of guys will complain that women are promiscuous, or women don't want to be led, or women this, women that. But it wasn't until I started having conversations with guys like this that I realized, I'm like, is this what women are going through? No freaking, because there's no way on God's green earth that if I was a woman and I was like, oh, I'm looking for a leader, and I'm talking to this guy, there's no way I could respect him. How? He doesn't even respect himself. You know why I know he doesn't respect himself? Because he doesn't respect himself enough to come up with a plan for the future. So let me get this straight. You have no plan for yourself. You have no plan for your future, but somehow you want a girlfriend. Where are you leading her? Somehow you want a wife. Where are you leading them? Somehow you want a family with kids. Where are you leading them? You're not even the leader of yourself, but you're expecting to be the leader of somebody else? What are we saying to me right now? And again, this isn't a lack of ability. This isn't a lack of intelligence, because most of the guys who I talk to, I can guarantee you they're good at video games or slightly decent at video games. And I expect you to be slightly decent at video games. I expect you to be good at video games. You know why? Because you've been practicing for 2 hours a day for the past 60 days. You understand what I'm saying? So the energy and the commitment and the dedication is there. You're just applying the energy in the wrong direction. Well, bro, I've been battling depression and I'm like super sad. I'm like, are you on semen retention? Well, no. Well, of course you're battling Of course you're battling depression. Of course you're battling sadness. You know why? Because if you're spilling your seed every single damn day, multiple times a day, 1, you have a masturbation problem that needs to be looked at. But 2, the more important thing is, you have to realize that semen contains a lot of vital nutrients. Look it up. It has a lot of vital nutrients. Guess what your body needs in order to create hormones that are a direct reflection of what makes you happy. It needs those vital nutrients. So on top of the fact that you're spilling all of these vital nutrients every day and you're spiking your hormones, your body can't even regulate. If you know anything about the body, if you studied the body, you know your body is a regulating machine. It's always trying to get back to this baseline, whatever that baseline is for you. Okay. And so if you're constantly spilling your seed, spiking it up, dropping it down, and it doesn't have enough vital minerals and nutrients in order for it to get back to baseline, of course you're going to be spiraling out of control. And let's say this, on top of the fact that you're fat and overweight and you're eating nothing but garbage. So not only are you not providing your body with the vitamins and the nutrients and the minerals that it needs through your whole food diet, but you're already blasting off the remaining little bit that it does have from those garbage foods that you're eating. Of course you're fucked up. Of course. Because you don't give a fuck, bro. You don't care. And that's the thing that pisses me off the most, is because why do I care about your future more than you care about your future? That's why, like, a lot of it, first of all, that's one of the reasons why I slowed down on this channel. The reason why I slowed down on this channel is because, again, that opportunity that I was saying in the beginning of this video, I'm taking full advantage of that. And so that's where all my energy's been going. And if you click that link in the description, you'll go through the whole funnel and then you'll see what I've been working on. But anyway, I'm realizing, like, bro, I'm talking to a bunch of guys who don't want it. Now, again, there's a lot of you guys out there who you listen to me, you put me on in the gym, you put me on at work, you put me in the car, and you're on that grind. Bro, I fully support you. You have my respect. Salute to you. But at the same time, I know there's a ton of you. I'm willing to bet over 80% of you that aren't taking this serious. I guarantee it. I know it's not happening. And here's how I know, because I've talked to so many of you guys. A lot of you guys will see my videos and stuff, but you guys don't know the emails that I receive or the personal phone calls that I receive, who they signed up for just to talk to me. And I'm talking to them. I'm like, okay, you know what, bro? You have my attention, and I genuinely want to help. I'm like, okay, I want to help. Those of you who are new to my channel, you don't know that back in the day, bro, I was helping people for free. And the reason why I stopped helping people for free is because, one, they were taking advantage of the opportunity, and two, they weren't taking it serious. So I had to add a price tag to it for then so people will pay to pay attention. Does that make sense? And again, that's exactly what they were doing. So listen, bro, let me just I'm ranting here, but let me tell you what needs to happen. A transformation needs to happen. Okay, a real transformation, not some BS, I'll start tomorrow ass transformation, bro. You know when you're bullshitting yourself. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a real transformation. My body transformed for the better when I started tracking everything that I put into my mouth. Am I perfect with it? Of course not. Nobody is. But again, it's still the effort that counts. And that's the thing that you have to realize is the level of effort that you've put into your life in these different areas of your life has been so trash. The average person's effort for their life is 20 to 30%. 20 to 30% out of 100, 20 to 30%. And so the fact that you have a journal already bumps that up to 40%. But most guys don't have a journal. That's why if you're a subscriber of this channel, you guys remember for the longest time, I would say things like, if you don't have a journal, you're not in the game. If you don't have a journal, you're not in the game. If you don't have a journal, you're not in the game. If you don't have a journal, you're not in the game. Because I would want you to get a journal so you could realize how much your life will improve. But again, a lot of guys don't take that advice. And so here's the thing. You have to take things seriously. And there is no more, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do, because you have the internet. You have AI now. You literally have artificial intelligence and the internet. It's not like you have to get ready, go walk 5 miles to your local bookstore, your local library, and then do a whole bunch of research. No, it spits it out at you in less than a fraction of a second. So there is nowhere, I don't know where to start. There is none of that, okay? And if you need personal help, reach out to somebody. Join a community, do something. But I'm just so sick and tired. I get why people get to a certain spot and they just don't respect people who don't put in no work. Because again, it's like you're suffering, but you get to wake up every day, eat a bad diet, play video games, jack off, and do BS work. Meanwhile, I'm over here waking up at the crack of dawn to put in 2, 3, 4 hours of deep work, to then hit the gym, to then make sure that I'm eating healthy, to then make sure that I'm going up and progressing in different areas of my life. I'm doing the hard shit. But we're supposed to feel sorry for you. It takes no effort to do those things. It takes no effort. And so again, that's why nobody can respect you. People respect people who do the hard shit. And so, bro, listen, I think this video has been going on long enough, but understand, bro, this is the real game that's being played out here, is get to work. And if you can't get to work yourself, attach yourself to somebody who is getting to work. So again, let me end it on this video. Let me end it right here. I'm going to say this again. The biggest opportunity, you have roughly 4 to 10 years. Why do I say you have roughly 4 to 10 years? Because that's when the generation who this was made for comes into the mainstream. See, when I say make money online, for people who are in their late 20s, 30s, 40s, we automatically think, oh, scam. We automatically think that because we grew up on the internet. However, Gen Z and Gen Alpha, that no longer means scam to them. Well, why is that? Because when they get on their phones, first of all, they were born with the phone. They were born with TikTok. They were born with Instagram. They were born with YouTube. And so everybody they know, like, love, respect, and trust have been on the internet. And so when they see that they have been making money on the internet and they say making money online, they're going to say, yeah, of course. Because everybody they know, like, and respect has been on the internet and has made a bunch of money online. Meanwhile, us, we're still new to it because, again, it wasn't made for us. So because of that reason, you have roughly 4 to 10 years before the mainstream catches up, because the Gen Alpha, the people who this was made for, is 10 years old. Okay. And they're already making money off. Oh my God. I'm not going to even get into it. If you want to know the opportunity, is down in the description box. Go ahead and click that and fill out your information. So yeah, guys, I just need to say this. If you're not going to take your life seriously, nobody else will. And don't get mad at everybody for treating you like you're treating yourself, which is a fucking loser. All right, guys, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.